Hello. Angelika's nodding because she could actually see the countdown. It's Friday and it's time for Ask Angelika. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen.
Right. Okay. And basically, well, could you explain where we're going to be visiting today?
Like today, right. Today we're going to Donauwörth. And the reason for that is that I alphabet with German towns or places beginning with the letters of the alphabet. And we've done A, B, C, and D. We'd actually already in Dortmund. And my challenge was to find somehow a romantic connection to today is Valentine's Day. So we're visiting Donauwörth.
And we're going to find out what's special about, and just a minute, I need to get the pronunciation right because otherwise. So I'm going to go back to the beginning and I'm going to say, welcome to the show. And that's going to come up on the screen. And then our topic for this week is Ask Angelika visits Donauwörth, German language tuition with Angelika and Stephen. So how is my pronunciation of the city itself?
Almost spot on. Donauwörth.
I'm gonna get it wrong several times through the broadcast, but we're going to go with it anyway. Now, the way this works is Angelika's given me sentences in German with the English translation. I'm going to read them out in German, and then Angelika will correct my pronunciation, even correct my English too. Let's get started. Am Zusammenfluss von Donau und Wörnitz liegt die bayerisch-schwäbische Stadt Donauwörth.
Okay, am Zusammenfluss von Donau und Wörnitz liegt die bayerisch-schwäbische Stadt Donauwörth.
Okay. So we're talking about two rivers, the Donau and the Wörnitz, and at the meeting of the two rivers, the city of Donauwörth. Same in English?
What's same in English?
The name of the town.
The name.
What's the name of the town in English?
It's Donauwörth.
Donauwörth. Okay. And bayerisch.
I know version of it.
Okay. Bayerisch-schwäbische.
Well, what's Bayerisch?
I'm asking you.
Bavarian.
Right. Okay. So let's get
Schwäbisch is Swabian.
Right. Okay. Let's get the translation then. And the translation is, at the confluence of the Danube and Wörnitz rivers lies the Bavarian-Swabian town of Donauwörth. Okay. On to the second item, and hopefully it's not as complicated. Right. Let's go with that. Donauwörth war zunächst eine kleine Inselsiedlung. Wörth is altes Wort für Insel.
Ja, Inselsiedlung. Donauwörth war zunächst eine kleine Insel. Wörth ist ein altes Wort für Insel.
Donauwörth was zunächst?
Zunächst, initially, at first.
Right. Donau was initially a small island. And Wörth is
a settlement on an island.
Right, settlement. Wörth is the old word for a settlement. So let's see if we've got the translation correct. And Donauwörth was initially a small island settlement. Wörth is the old word for island. Oh, sorry, not island, island. All right, phrase 3. Donauwörth liegt an der bekannten Ferienroute der Romantischen Straße.
German pronunciation, Route. Donauwörth liegt an der bekannten Ferienroute der Romantischen Straße.
Okay, now at this point in time, what we can actually do is show you where we are. Behind me is Donauwörth. So that's where we are today. Okay, so on with the next sentence. Oh, so the translation of that one first. Donauwörth lies on the well-known holiday route, the Romantic Road. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. The next phrase. Translation. Donauwörth is situated on the famous holiday route, the Romantic Road. So, phrase 4. Die Romantische Straße verbindet 29 Orte und ist 460 Kilometer lang.
Ja, die Romantische Straße verbindet 29 Orte und ist 460 Kilometer lang.
Right, okay. So the Romantic Street links to 29 places and is 460 kilometers long.
That's absolutely right.
Okay, let's just see the translation. And the Romantic Road connects 29 towns and is 460 kilometers long. Phrase number 5, on we go. And phrase number 5, right, okay. Can you see it? Can you?
I can see it, yeah.
Oh, good, right, okay. Viele Touristen mögen die Romantische Straße, weil sie ihnen Faszination und das Zurückversetzen alter Zeiten gibt.
Yeah, except for it's not fascination, that's English.
It is. What's the correct pronunciation?
So, viele Touristen mögen die Romantische Straße, weil sie ihnen Faszination und das Zurückversetzen in alte
Okay,
Zeiten.
Faszination. Fascination.
Faszination.
Many tourists love the Romantic Street because of their fascination. Zurückversetzen is
that's sort of the taking back.
Taking back.
It's a weird way in German because we often has it as a noun, whereas in English you wouldn't. It just takes them back to the old times.
I was going to go with that. Takes them back to the old times.
Yeah.
That gives a sort of feel of the old times as things were. In other
Exactly.
words, the city has not changed much.
Well, the towns along the Romantischen or the Romantic Road, that's why it's called the Romantic Road, because all they have got this old times feeling.
Right. Okay. Phrase 6. Well, translation first, official translation. Many tourists like the Romantic Road because it gives them fascination and takes them back to old times. Okay. Phrase 6. Donauwörth ist an einige Radfernwege angeschlossen und also, I think, an das europäische Fernradwegnetz Eurovelo. That's totally wrong. Correct me.
Well, I'll tell you that there's a little bit coming in a minute. So Donauwörth ist an einige Radfernwege angeschlossen. And the UA we had
Und andere.
last time. An das europäische Fernradwegnetz Eurovelo.
Right. Okay. In a break with tradition, would you like to translate this one?
Sorry, you just broken up. I didn't hear that.
In
bit.
a break with tradition, would you like to translate this one?
Okay, Radfernwege are sort of long-distance cycle routes. Oh, there we have it. So Donauwörth is connected to a number of long-distance cycle, interesting for cyclists. Among others, the European cycle route, and we're missing the name of it now, the European Eurovelo, that bit is missing.
Right.
And the second part tells you from when to where it runs.
And phrase 7. Das vom Atlantik bis zum Schwarzen Meer verläuft.
Yeah. So where's it going from? From Atlantik bis zum...
It's going from Atlantic to the Black Sea.
Yeah. Not sure if I'd fancy cycling all that, but obviously.
Okay. And the next phrase, which runs from the Atlantic Ocean to the Black Sea, is translation. And phrase 8. 2016 wurde Donauwörth der Titel Vertretstadt verliehen.
2016 wurde Donauwörth der Titel Fairtrade-Stadt verliehen.
Okay, in 2016, Donauwörth gained the title of Fairtrade City. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fair trade city. Yes.
Right. And restored the title Fairtrade City. Okay. And on to phrase 9, last phrase. Das Käthe-Kruse-Puppen-Museum ist in Donauwörth.
Das Käthe-Kruse-Puppen-Museum ist in Donauwörth.
All right. Now we keep the name the same. Yeah. So the Käthe-Kruse-Puppen-Museum is in Donauwörth. No?
The name is Käthe-Kruse, which was a lady, and Puppen are dolls.
Ah, right, okay.
It's a dolls museum.
Yeah, to the second hyphen, should that be there?
It's technically speaking, you could have had it all as one word, but that would have made it so they hyphenated it.
Yes, I would have struggled over that being one word. Right, so translation of that is the Käthe-Kruse Doll Museum is in Donauwörth. And we can actually, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. We do have a picture of Donauwörth, which is there. And is the doll museum in the photograph, you think?
I don't know. It's no. I would like to go and see it. Käthe-Kruse, her daughter desperately refused to buy one because they were all hard and rigid and not very nice. And he said to his wife, "Oh, you make her one. I'm not buying it." And she wanted a doll that is nice and cuddly, that her daughter could actually cuddle up to. And the first one she made out of a cloth and in it, and she used a potato as a head.
Oh, right, okay.
And her daughter absolutely loved it. She'd had it in her arms and she cuddled up until the cloth opened up, all the sand fell out, and as you can imagine, the potato got a bit moldy as well. But it gave her an adult, and they're still around.
Okay. And we say thank you to Patrick Huebgen, who put this photograph into the public domain so we can actually show it you today. And we are back.
Right.
And it's you and me again. Right. shall we go through the sentences again? You read the German, I'll read the English. How's that?
Okay.
Okay. Before I do that, I just want to share. No, I can do it afterwards. We do have links to the city website as well. Okay, so let's take Patrick off the screen by replacing him with the first sentence, which was. Over to you, Angelika.
Fluss von Donau und Wörnitz liegt die bayerisch-schwäbische Stadt Donauwörth.
And translation is, translation 1, at the confluence of the Danube and Wörnitz rivers lies the Bavarian-Swabian town of Donauwörth.
Donau, eine Inselsiedlung. Wörth ist ein altes Wort für Insel.
And translation of that, Donauwörth was initially a small island settlement. Wörth is an old word for island.
Donauwörth liegt an der Romantischen Straße.
The Romantischen Straße sounds good. It's a translation which in English just loses a touch. Donauwörth is situated on the famous holiday route, the Romantic Road.
Yeah, it's Romantische Straße does sound better. Die verbindet 29 Orte und ist 460 Kilometer lang.
Of English, the Romantic Road connects 29 towns and is 460 kilometers long.
Viele Touristen mögen die Romantische Straße, weil sie ihnen Faszination und in alte Zeiten gibt.
Many tourists like the Romantic Road because it gives them fascination and takes them back to old times.
Donauwörth ist an einige Radfernwege angeschlossen, unter anderem an das europäische Wegnetz Eurovelo.
Which is, in English, Donauwörth is connected to a number of long-distance cycle routes, among others, the European cycle route.
Das vom Atlantik bis zum Schwarzen Meer verläuft.
Which runs from the Atlantic Ocean to the Black Sea.
(2016) wurde Donauwörth der Titel Fairtrade-Stadt verliehen.
In 2016, Donauwörth was awarded the title Fairtrade City.
Das Käthe-Kruse-Puppen-Museum ist in Donauwörth.
The Käthe-Kruse-Puppen-Museum is in Donauwörth. And thank you to Patrick for the photograph again. So let's take that off screen if I can. I just want to do something. Just bear with me a moment. It's actually Valentine's Day, and of course on Valentine's Day what you do need, not that one, let's try that one. It's a Valentine's card. So there you go, from devisers in England. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Angelika, over to you.
Yeah, alles Gute zum Valentinstag. We need to say that in German now, don't we?
All right. Alles gut zum Valentinstag.
Valentinstag, yeah.
Valentinstag.
And apart from that, Valentinstag, yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. So, do you want to close the broadcast, Angelika? Okay.
So that was die Donauwörth. 2 weeks time, when we'll visit a place beginning with E. So it gives you 2 weeks to have a think where we might be going to.
I have no idea.
Already know. And with that, it's tschüss von mir.
Und tschüss von mir. Auf Wiedersehen.